Okay, here's the sort of the evolution we're going to get to of implants real fast. This is what we used for the last 20 years. This is a style 15, 397 cc silicone implant. Notice how flat it is. This is a high profile style 20, 400 cc. Notice that it's much smaller. Okay. This is a 415 cc SRF, the newest one. What you need to understand is this is filled to 95% capacity. These are filled to 85% capacity. So it means they'll have less rippling at the bottom. This is a style 45, 360 cc. Now they have SRX, which is the equivalent, and it basically does this. So again, it's filled to 95% versus 85%. Now, what everybody shows to the patient is this view of the implant. What nobody shows them is that if you take them and you put it like this, like it's actually in a patient, it actually flattens up here, which is basically teardropping. So you can turn this any way and it flattens, okay? My experience 20 plus years ago and continues today is that about a third of textured implants don't hold. Then the problem is with textured implants, you have late seroma formation, which begins at about 4 to 5 years. And then there's the other thing is that if this side sticks and this side doesn't, then this is going to crinkle here and give you a fold flaw. Now, here is a ruptured implant I've used for years. You can show the patient, doesn't go anywhere. I have pulled out a PIP implant and it really left a horrendous reaction in the patient. I had to do a total capsulectomy. You don't get that with this silicone. I think I've seen 2 ruptured implants in the last 8 years, period. This is a saline implant I took out of a patient. I left it and it just literally, all the water just passed through it. So what most people don't understand is this membrane is permeable to air as well as the water inside, which most people don't understand. In addition, if you see right there, that's crystals of antibiotic that they put inside here. So the antibiotic doesn't actually get outside, it stays inside. Lastly, this is an old implant, and I'm not sure if it's 18 years old or 28 years old. I thought the lady said it was placed in it's 79, maybe it was 89. But it looks to be a 2nd generation implant. It has little circles here. As you see, it's filled much less than these, so it was filled very minimally from the factory. And when they put it in the patient, you can see how little projection she got. So if you pull up on the implant, you'll see that it's still intact. But if I cut this implant versus cutting this implant, we'd have a hazardous waste area because I couldn't get out of here. So this is sort of the evolution of implants from thin shelled, very flat, watery silicone, to cohesive type gels, to filling 85% capacity versus this, to 95% capacity now. Textured, I don't use because of what I mentioned before. Anatomics, I don't use because of what I mentioned before. And the little trick with the saline is You put the antibiotic in, you got to understand it's staying there. It's not going anywhere else. That's it.